Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Did you miss me? I missed you. I really missed reading. I have been so busy the past couple of weeks. I've had all my kids at home with me. I've been planning some things to do with my jewelry business, and I have just been all over the place, to be honest. I did try to record some readings during the school holidays, and they were rushed. Honestly, they were really rushed. They were kind of all over the place. I had to stop and go and do things for my kids and this and that. So yeah, I didn't want to upload them because they weren't where I wanted them to be. And so moving forwards, I'm going to be a little bit more lax on my upload schedule. I'm just going to upload when I can. So when you see me, you see me. When you don't, you don't. I have a lot in my life that calls for my attention, and a lot of other things that I look after, things that are super important to me, and so in my real life. And so I just want to be transparent and say that sometimes I'll be here, sometimes I won't. At this stage of my life, I've just got to ride it. I've just got to accept that, this is where I'm at, and hopefully you guys can understand. Hopefully you guys still here for the ride. If not, then deuces. Today we are looking at why you met this person, the spiritual reason for this connection. So have someone in mind, or you can just see who comes up. It's up to you. We have 3 piles to pick from. As usual, we have pile number 1 with this mother of pearl moon. We have pile number 2 with this Pāua love heart. And then we have pile number 3 with this pink pearl. So pick your pile, go to the timestamps below, and I will see you in your reading. God, why are you doing that? Let's go one more. pile number 1, if you chose this Mother of Pearl Moon, you are in the right place. Welcome to your reading. Today we are looking at why you met them, the spiritual purpose of this connection in question. First of all, what I can see is this person you are asking about has left you in an energy where you feel emotionally off balance and also insecure or unable to provide for yourself financially. I think there could be a level with some people picking this pile of financial abuse. So I'm actually getting with these three actually sitting here beside each other, someone like drip feeding you money, sort of like withholding resources and making you dependent on them. I'm getting this person may have a very fragile ego and like really harnessing control, like being a bit of a control freak, and specifically, as I said, within resources. So maybe I'm getting the feeling of someone being like, you just put your pay in my account and then you can have an allowance and I will give you this amount and I'll look after all the money and I'll do this because I'm such a great person and I'll be on top of that, when really it's like a control thing. It's not actually about like equal give and take. I'm getting, this person may have withheld resources, specifically money, to keep you controllable. And a part of you meeting this person and going through this experience with them was to teach you how to be specifically financially independent and able to fund your own lifestyle, able to manage your own money and things like that. I'm really getting an overbearing sense of someone who withholds their emotions and shows you their love through material means and makes you feel like you have to beg for money, you have to beg for also recognition is coming through with that as well. I think this person may have been quite harsh with their words to you as well, may have actually been quite degrading towards you and left you in quite a low vibration where you felt like you couldn't look after yourself, you couldn't live without this person. And I think whether or not they consciously or subconsciously did that on purpose, this is what the result of this connection has caused you to feel. Very low on yourself, very dependent on other people. Codependency is coming through very, very strong here, and also confused. When I was shuffling the cards, like they kept going everywhere. I kept like trying to get the cards together and then they'd sort of spray out and I was like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? And that's sort of the energy that I'm getting here as well. It's sort of I think this person has left you confused and in a state of like, I don't know why you treated me that way. Why did you treat me that way? The confusion is coming through very, very strongly. And a lot of it was their ego. A lot of it was their ego overtaking. I'm getting someone with a very fragile ego, distorted masculinity, and someone who just leads with control. That's how they show their love, through control, is what I'm getting. And so this has been a really hard but strong and also vital lesson that you've had to learn about, first of all, trusting your intuition, trusting your gut. I think you always knew that something was off here and the way that this person treated you was not balanced and was not right. I think that I'm getting like you've always had a bit of a niggling feeling that like, this is not what I deserve. This is not the relationship for me. This is not right for me in whatever way that is, it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be like a parental figure as well. This could be someone who yeah, this could relate to lots of different dynamics. Yes, I'm getting specifically if it is romantic, there maybe was a lot of passion. I'm getting like high highs, low lows, a bit of like a roller coaster, and it becoming quite addicting to be on. And yeah, it's like you wrapped up your sense of self and your sense of self-worth, your sense of safety with the relationship with this person. And so when it broke down, if it has, it caused you to crash, burn, and your self-confidence took a massive hit. Yeah, I'm getting, this could be very much like stay-at-home mum vibes, where it's like, you know, you haven't worked and this person, you rely on this person to fund your life, and they held that against you is what I'm getting too. And the purpose of this connection was to show you to not rely on other people for financial security, stability, and also your confidence as well. Like, I'm getting very much that the words of this person stung very much and held a lot of weight towards you. And so when they would say mean things to you, or they would say things that weren't very kind or very thoughtful, it would really shatter you in a sense. And this connection is trying to teach you how to hold less weight on what other people think, how other people view you, how other people act or react around you, and to take your power back into your own hands, cultivate your own, as I said, sense of security, financially particularly, and also internally, as well as confidence and self-esteem, and also your ability to achieve in certain arenas in your life. So specifically in career and specifically in materialistic ways. I'm getting this relationship, this situation, this dynamic's purpose was to teach you to be your own best friend through and through. I think that you yearn for a partner, you yearn for someone to share your life with, and so through doing that you have accepted less than what you deserve through this person, and this situation is calling you to reflect on the people in your life and whether or not they are worthy of the energy that you give to them. What is it that they're giving back to you? Is it reciprocal? Is it equal? Is it balanced? And if it's not, there's a need to take yourself elsewhere and find that, or focus on balancing these things within yourself first. Yeah, I'm getting this also is about standing up for yourself. I think you let a lot of things slide. You didn't call out bad behavior. You maybe accepted a lot of things that you shouldn't have. And this situation, this dynamic, why you met this person was to help push you into standing up for yourself. Like with this line here, I'm seeing like a lioness protecting their cubs, but their cubs being you. So I'm seeing like you protecting yourself, or your inner self, or your inner child. Yeah, I think the ending of this, as I said, if this is ended, has left you feeling quite raw and quite open. And there's a strong need to step into like a protector role of yourself so that you can feel secure and balanced. This person is unbalanced themselves, is quite chaotic is what I'm getting internally, whether or not I think they like to project an image of being quite stable, specifically with money. I think that they may have a good paying job or their own business or whatever that is quite lucrative, and they like to project an image of success to help ease the discomfort that they feel within themselves emotionally. And I think you're starting to see that. I think you're starting to cotton on to sort of what has transpired here, but it is very confusing still. It is very emotionally confusing for you. So yeah, the lessons, first and foremost, trust your gut. That's what is coming through really strong. I think you knew to a level that this wasn't right for you, but you stayed longer than what you should have, and it caused you to break down slowly to a point where you felt really depleted and really lost and really overwhelmed and really confused, as I said. And I think there's a level here of your guides saying, don't dismiss that feeling again. If you meet someone, if you come up against someone who makes you feel this way again, do not dismiss it. Now that you know where that leads you, learn from this situation is what I'm hearing. This was a massive lesson for you in terms of your self-worth, your confidence, your achievements, as I said, and your ability to go out and achieve as well. I think that separating yourself from this person, being in your own energy, cultivating self-worth, cultivating self-love will help you to get back out there and show yourself what you're capable of, specifically in the realm of career and status, achievements, that sort of thing. So yeah, I hope that that made sense for your situation. I hope that you were able to get something from this reading. If you were, please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up if you haven't already. I will be back hopefully on Friday. I have a very busy week this week, so I can't make any sort of promises or anything like that about when I will be back next. Hopefully on Friday, if not, hopefully next Monday. And I hope to see you there. So have a good week. Bye. Hey, pile number 2, if you chose this Pāua shell, you are in the right place. Welcome to your reading. Today we are looking at why you met them, the spiritual purpose of this connection. I just want to say, first of all, this is such a lovely energy. This person is so good for you. When I opened up to the Queen of Cups, I felt like someone was blossoming. I felt like someone was blooming into their true self. I felt like someone felt really comfortable, someone felt really secure, someone felt really nurtured, really safe. You met this person to help you to become your true self, to help guide you into feeling safe enough to open up and explore what that means for you. I'm actually seeing my partner very strongly in this spread. There's Cancer here under the deck. He's a Cancer himself. And through this energy here, I will explain what I'm seeing. I'm seeing someone who is very nurturing and intuitive in how they need to show up and how they need to give to you. This person is very, very good at seeing what you need day to day. This person may not be flashy. This person may not be overly extravagant in the way that they show up for you, but they show up for you day in, day out. They show up for you day in, day out, and they are reliable. They are hardworking. They are secure and stable, and they're the perfect sort of breeding ground for you to flourish into who you are meant to be. I'm also hearing a saying, right, that held a lot of weight to me in my early 20s. I heard a saying back then that was, can that crow be quiet? I'm sorry. That is so distracting. I'm going to shut that door. The birds in Australia, I always joke to my partner, the birds in Australia literally sound like Australians. Like, they are so nasally, they are so loud, and what's the word? Some of them can be quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Not arrogant. It's like parallel to arrogant. They can be quite, I don't know, it's not important. Yeah. Why was I going on about that tangent? I'm sorry. I don't know. Be quiet. Yeah, this person, yeah, sorry. I'm all over the place. Going back to what I was saying about the phrase that I heard in my early 20s that stuck to me and held a lot of meaning. So I was going through a lot in terms of like wanting to, like, hiding my true self and hiding who I was and not feeling safe, to feeling different, feeling like an outcast, feeling like I couldn't bloom into who I was meant to be. And I heard this saying that stuck really, really heavily with me. It was, if a flower doesn't bloom, you don't blame the flower, you blame the environment. Because I used to always be really hard on myself. I used to think, like, I'm just so different to everyone else. Like, I don't fit in. I'm, you know, so strange. I'm all these things because I wasn't like the people around me. I didn't like to go out clubbing. I didn't like to party. I just wanted to sit under the moon and, you know, be under the stars and talk about really, like, wacky things and, you know, this and that. It was wacky back in the day. It's not now. But, yeah, I remember just feeling like really hard on myself and like, I am so strange and so different to all my friends, all these people, like, who am I, kind of thing. And I really struggled with my self-identity in my early 20s, and heard that phrase and it really stuck with me. I was like, you know what, I need to stop blaming myself. I need to stop thinking that I am different or I am weird or I am this and that. Like, it's just, I'm not around my people. I'm not around the people that get me, that see me, that know me, and that can, you know, hold space for me to be who I truly am. And then I met my partner, and he has been a massive, like, help in me growing into who I am today. And I feel like this person is very much like that person for you. And yeah, funny thing about that is that my partner's last name is Bloomfield. Yeah, it's just like a really interesting synchronicity that came from that. So it goes back to the whole thing of, if a flower doesn't bloom, you don't blame the flower, you blame the environment. And being in an environment where I am held, I am seen, I am loved, I am safe to be who I am, really helped me to bloom into the person that I am today. So yes, I'm getting, this is this person for you. This person is able to hold space for your fluidity. This person is able to hold space for your in particular, strong emotions. I'm getting you are a very emotional person. You do see life through rose-colored glasses sometimes, but it's just because you want the best for your life, you want the best for other people around you, and you are willing to work diligently to getting that in your life. This person may not match you in terms of like, you know, their emotional capacity, but they are able to respect yours and contain it in a sense of like, I'm seeing someone like holding a container of like water. So it's like they're able to hold your emotions and respect them and have space for them, which is, you know, all that you can really ask for from another person or from a partner or whatever. So yeah, I think that I'm seeing like a high level soulmate connection here. I'm seeing someone who, yeah, really gets you and understands you on a level that people haven't before, and you can feel that with this person. This person came into your life to teach you that it's okay to be you. And not only is it okay, but it is, it can be celebrated, and it can be, in the right places, you will flourish. Going back to what I said before. Yeah. With all these cards here, they talk about very spiritual sort of like themes, you know, third eye, dreams, intuition, like they're all very otherworldly, like other realmy sort of themes. I think that that's how it feels when you're with this person. I think that it feels very spiritual, very like, very much like you guys are connected on a whole nother level. And this person is in your life to help show you that there are people like that in the world, because I don't think that you've experienced a lot of people who can match your essence, and this person can in their own way, in their own grounded, stable way though. But they also do have a bit of a fun, cheeky, sort of fiery side to them is what I'm getting. But they are very, very stable in how they show up. I love this person for you. This is a really, really, really sweet energy. This person came into your life to help you fully accept yourself, and not only fully accept yourself, but celebrate yourself and celebrate what makes you you, and see the special and unique and interesting things about you, because I think you may have a hard time seeing that within yourself. And so this person sort of acts as like a reflector of that back to you through their grounded, stable way of being. I just heard man a few words. So they may be someone of like a few words. It's through their actions that they show you that, not necessarily through their words. Yeah, super reliable. This person is super reliable. Whether or not you kind of doubt that, if this is like in the beginning and you're like, this person seems too good to be true, like what's the catch? This really is this person. This person is very reliable. This person is very balanced within themselves, and so they are going to help you to reach a state of inner balance within yourself as well, and worth as well. Yeah, this person's going to reflect your worth back to you and show you what makes you so special and unique and worthy yourself. I'm also seeing the potential to have a family with this person, and a really loving and cohesive unit with Cancer here, and also like there's obviously a mother and her child. This is what's under the deck, and then we've also got Uranus here as well, which is like unconventional things. So you could have like a pretty unconventional family, or a dynamic that you haven't seen before. Yeah, this very much reminds me of my partner's energy and sort of our dynamic. We have 4 kids, and we don't really have very strong traditional roles. Like he does the dishes, you know, he cleans and stuff like that, just like I do as well. And we share things, we share our life, and we share responsibilities, and we don't follow traditional norms in certain ways, but then we do in other ways. And yeah, we've figured out our groove and we've figured out what works for us. I'm getting like you guys have the potential to have that kind of relationship too, where it's like gender norms and things like that aren't important, and it is you guys will get in your own groove and you'll figure out what works for you, and it will work really well. And a lot of it will be intuitive, a lot of it will be yeah, just you guys slipping into your groove and what works for you. You won't look outside of you know, yourself to be like, oh, this is what I saw my mum doing when I was growing up, this is what I saw my dad doing, this is how I'm supposed to be. You guys will figure out your own dynamic and it'll work really, really well for you both. So that is something that this person came in to teach you through this connection as well, is that you don't have to follow society's rules. You don't have to follow the structure that was put in front of you or what you've learnt to be true. You can figure that out yourself, and you can have a really loving, stable, and harmonious relationship with this person. Obviously, you know, everyone has their struggles. Everyone has their bad days. Everyone has their things. But I think at the end of the day, you two share a really stable, loving and harmonious relationship that you can talk these things out and you can get on the same page and be balanced. So yeah, I love that. This person is great for you and you're also great for them as well. I hope that this message gave you some clarity. I hope that it resonated with you. If it did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully I will be back next Monday with another reading, and hopefully I will see you then. Bye. Hey, pile number 3, if you chose this pink pearl, welcome to your reading. Today we are looking at why you met them, the spiritual purpose of this connection. Now, I'm getting a really heavy vibe from this. I'm seeing loops. I'm seeing an on and off again situation, a dynamic that is dragged out for longer than what it maybe should have. Something that isn't the best for both of you. I think that there may be history here. There may be like quite a lot of history here. As I said, the on and off loop is what I saw in the beginning. So I have a feeling that this may be a situation where history keeps repeating itself, and there may be like break up and then make up and then break up and then make up, and a lot of promises that are empty, and just I'm seeing like a codependent toxic kind of bond here, where it's like, this is what all that we know, this is the dance that we've done for however long, and this is all that we know, so there's nothing else, and this is just what my life is, and just like accepting that this is your fate kind of thing, that this dynamic that you have with this person is, I don't know, maybe normalized. I'm getting someone hearing like, no, well, no one's perfect, or like, that's kind of what you have to accept, or boys will be boys, you know, that kind of rhetoric where it's like you have to just accept someone treating you not very well, or someone, yeah, I don't know, I'm getting like a crash and burn feel here. I'm getting a really strong feeling of just a unhealthy dynamic that has run its course. I think first lesson, there you go, is know when to call it quits. Know when something is not worth your energy. That's what this person and this dynamic is trying to teach you. To listen to your inner guidance, and listen to when something doesn't feel right, or when something's not fitting properly, and you're trying to make it fit, and you're doing all that you can because you want. I'm actually getting maybe like the look or the status that comes with this dynamic. You're wanting that in your life, and so you're willing to kind of bend yourself and mold yourself into different things to keep this person into your life, but then obviously it's not authentically you, so it doesn't last, and then it crashes and burns, and then you get back to the start again, and then the whole pattern replays itself. Like, that could be a way it plays out, but there's obviously multiple other ways that this could play out. Yeah, it's like, know when to call it quits. Know when it really is the end. Know when someone's not good for you, they're not good for your growth, they don't contribute to your life, they just drain you. Know when someone is draining you, and act accordingly is what I'm getting. Even if it is uncomfortable, even if it is stepping outside of your comfort zone, even if it is putting you in a place where you feel like you don't know what's next, you can't foresee sort of like where it's taking you afterwards. There's a feeling of like keeping yourself trapped in the situation because it's what you know. But it's not healthy, and it is not a good situation. I can see that very clearly here. This is trying to teach you how to stand on your own 2 feet, and how to feel secure within yourself without someone validating that back to you. This is trying to teach you you're in charge of your worth, and cultivating that, and feeling stable in that. I think that there's a strong desire to want partnership, equal give and take, and to want this to work out the way that you want it to be, and even to maybe have a family with this person, and willing to sort of, and I think to the point where like you're willing to put aside what you know is right for you, to just put up with a dynamic that, as I said, is quite toxic and is quite draining, to get what you want, which is like a family, and to have someone by your side. And as I said, there may also be a level of status that comes with this. There may also be a level of social standing that you two have, and you don't want to sort of give up. But it's like, at what cost are you placing that above, you know, your self-worth? If you are, reflect on that and try and cultivate a bit more I'm getting like, there's a need to, how do I put this? I'm sorry, this is it's very hard to relay what I'm seeing here, as I feel like this has gone on for a really long time, and I feel like the waters are really muddied. I feel like there could have been a really intense ending or intense situation that has happened within this, and it's because you didn't know when to give up. You didn't know when to say enough is enough, and when to protect yourself, and to protect your innocence, to protect your softness, is what I'm getting with the bunny there. I think, yeah, this is to teach you not to put up with less than what you are deserving of, and to trust that you know what you are deserving of, and to trust that there is better out there for you than this situation as well. Just because you can't see something doesn't mean that it's not possible or it's not there. I think that because this is all that you know, this is all that you sort of have thought you can have, or you deserve, or you are worthy of, and this is trying to teach you to look beyond that, look beyond the trauma, look beyond the mess, look beyond the chaos, and cultivate your own peace to then attract more peaceful situations to you. I think this is a very strong mirror. This is a very strong mirror of what energy are you giving out, and what energy are you holding within yourself. It's being reflected back in the dynamics that are around you, and this person very much reflecting that back to you through chaos, I'm getting, and through destruction, and through heartbreak, and through turmoil. And you know, it may not have all been bad, don't get me wrong, it may not have all been bad, you may have had your moments, but the underlying thing here is that this is not a healthy match, and you both just keep coming back to each other, or keep pouring into this, when it's like, learn when to leave, learn when to clearly discern whether or not something's good for you or not, and then act accordingly. Really, that is the strongest lesson that I'm getting here, and I'm getting it's actually a very strong spiritual lesson for you both as well, not only just in terms of, you know, what you will accept relationship wise, but it's also like this will play out in other areas of your life, where it's like, you know, for jobs not serving you, or you know, you're sick of your career, or you're like, I just want to change, I just want, or even a place, or this and that, like instead of staying in your comfort zone and staying in what you know, I'm saying comfort zone like that because I don't actually think it's comfortable. I actually think that it's just what you know, and you're not able to project further than what you know, and project further than what you've seen. And this is trying to teach you that, to do that. This is trying to teach you to expand, to open your mind to other possibilities, and open your mind to other dynamics, and open your mind to other places, other things, other experiences that will help you grow and help you be in different connections. I keep hearing a saying, and I don't know if it's just an Australian saying, but I'm actually hearing my partner say it, and he's super Australian. So I keep hearing flogging a dead horse. So yeah, it's like, you can't keep like putting energy into this when you know it's not right, you know it's not meant to be, you keep getting the same result, you keep trying the same things, it's you're gonna lead back to where you are. You know, you may say, if this is an on again off again relationship, right, and it's like, it is a, say if it's quite a passionate relationship, like the addictiveness of the highs and lows of that is coming through very strongly here. And I'm getting, yeah, learn to value your inner peace, learn to value regulation, learn to value emotional harmony more than appearances, and more than what this person may be able to give for you or do for you socially, or you know, in other ways. Yeah, the main lesson here is about expecting more for your life and taking aligned action when it comes to that, and not accepting situations and people in your life that are chaotic, that just bring you turmoil, that don't feed you or give you anything back, anything worthy back. Yeah, so I hope that made sense for your situation. I hope that you were able to get something out of this message. If you were, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully I will be back next week for another reading, and hopefully I will see you then. Bye.